What's up, guys? It's Keith with L1 Automotive Diagnostics and Programming, and in today's video we're going to go through how to register your Autel on the AutoAuth website so you can now get past the Secure Gateway module on 18 and up Chrysler, so you can clear codes, active test, bidirectional control, special functions, all the things you couldn't do without either pulling a radio and using a 12+8 bypass cable or just using some other kind of hack or workaround. And since this is through Chrysler's AutoAuth program, this is not a workaround or a hack. This is a legitimate way around it, and Chrysler has authorized our Autel tools to do this. So let's check it out. All right, guys, so we're going to start out on the AutoAuth website. It is autoauth.com. You know, these words right here, AUTOAUTH.com. It'll take you to this web app AutoAuth website. You would click Register Now, and you're going to put in all your information. Click that you're not a robot, and sign up. You also have to accept the terms, so you want to click right here to read those. They pop up very, very slow. Oh, it just downloaded as a PDF. Shows you how much I know. Anyways, once you are registered, which you can register for free, you just don't have to pay anything yet, you could click Log In. I'm going to go ahead and log in now. Now, once you're logged in, you would click Add Tools, or I think it's a little bit different up here, and you actually have to pay $50, and that covers you for one entire year for up to 100 tools. So you have to set up your shop and all that stuff. So here, I would just go to Manage Tools, right, which is where you would go before. Click Add Tool, and I'm going to add one right now, actually, because I have more than just this 908 that's listed under Shop Tools. I actually have a TS608 that is a TPMS tool. I'm going to go ahead and put in the serial number there. I'm going to click Add, and it says Tool Added. I mean, there's really not much else to it. Yeah, it costs you $50, and you have access to add all these. And now the tools that are currently available. All right, so we have Autel units. They have almost all of their units. Looks like the IM608 and IM508 are all available to add that, as well as the ADOS tablet, the MX808, the MK, I think is what it is that non-US tool, the MK808 that everyone finds really cheap. That is not available. These are only US tools that this will work with. Only US serial numbers as well. The MS Ultra, the MS Elite, the 919, the 909. So the 909 and the 919 and the Ultra are yet to be released. But the 908SP, the 908P, the 908S, the CV commercial vehicle, the regular 908, which is what I have, all the BT and TS and CV for the 906 series, and even the old 905, as well as the IM608 and 508. So those tools are all listed. Auto Ingenuity, currently, if you've got the Gito or Gito Embedded, I don't know what that is. Looks like Bartech, probably Tech 1000 GST 100. Okay. Belron. Belron has, I guess it says all models. So Belron makes tools for, I believe, glass companies, if I remember correctly. Bosch, all models. Mac Tools, same thing. Mall, Mitchell. Looking to see any list of tools, you know, OTC. Most of these other ones just say all models. SafeLight, Service Lane, the AutoLink, and Snap-on, all models. So that's not very fun. Autel at least named, like, gave the option for all their models. You can kind of see really specifically what is supported and what's not. So that's really how you add that. And again, this is for Chrysler Secure Gateway modules for vehicles with Secure Gateway module, which is a 2018 and up. What it does is it authenticates the ability of the tool to talk to the rest of the network and command stuff. So to meet EPA standards, you're still able to see codes, but you cannot clear. You can't do any special functions, bidirectional controls, active test, nothing like that. None of that stuff is anything you can do without getting past Secure Gateway module. So traditionally, we would pull whatever components in the way of the Secure Gateway module. Then we would unplug the Secure Gateway module and install a bypass cable that actually just put an OBD2 port right there. On the other side, the other options were to get to like a star connector and then just plug in a little adapter that gets you your pins 6 and 14 from your DLC straight over to the star connector, which is again on the other side of the secure gateway module. And the point of that for them was security, network physical security, but there's always ways around it. But this is an inexpensive option. This gives you the ability for $50 for a year, up to 100 tools, to just log right in. Now, all these tools are going to require you to be online, and then it talks to Chrysler's AutoAuth network and kind of authenticates and come back down. So I'll show you guys it's called AutoAuth High Level Overview. This is a document directly from Chrysler. Let's see here. So, background. As part of the comprehensive approach to safeguarding its vehicles from cyber attacks, Fiat Chrysler Automobiles, FCA, has implemented a secure gateway module in the electronic architecture, starting with most 2018 model year vehicles. Functions as a secure firewall that protects external access from the vehicle via the radio or the diagnostic connector from the rest of the vehicle network. So, you see here the little icon. So via the infotainment or diagnostic port, there's a secure gateway module, and again it shows a little EEPROM for like showing it's got a logic, and that protects access to the rest of the vehicle. So the secure gateway gates all data exchanged between the outside world, diagnostic tools, incoming signals through the radio or the Uconnect system, which is where they had their huge failure that resulted in a massive recall. There's the Uconnect system in the radio. The SGW does not restrict access to diagnostic data. It restricts the ability of a non-registered, non-authenticated user to perform intrusive diagnostics such as bidirectional controls. The SGW can control the level of access for each user based on an assigned role determined in an authentication process. Challenge response protocols using the authenticated access. A similar process is used for FCA franchise dealerships. I like how it says a similar process because they don't have to go through the same hoops as us. So you can look diagnostic tool. Step 1, request seed and send certificate. The vehicle sends a random number, and then the random number with a signature goes back to the vehicle from the scan tool, and then the vehicle then grants access to the network. So it's kind of a interesting exchange of what happens. So that's probably going to means most of the tools are going to have to be online to do this. It says AutoAuth is an authentication solution created to give independent aftermarket tools the ability to unlock SGW using the authentication process to perform all applicable diagnostic repairs. And remember, Chrysler gets to decide what's applicable because they know best, right? It says the entire solution consists of 2 systems, a user management system and the SGW authentication bridge server. Now that part is on Chrysler's end. Just in lieu of reading all the rest of this stuff, it tells who manages the system, how it's set up. So here's the architecture. So like independent aftermarket shop 1 and shop 2. Each one of these shops has, it's 2 tools or whatever is how it's listed. Shows the authentication through the tool server. Then the FCA vendor, there's this authentication bridge that happens with their user management system, which allows it to go into the actual internal web server, and that's what's important, is they're trying to protect the information that's here in this internal server, which is kind of why Chrysler moved to their style of scan tool where you're really commanding the tool to do things through a request through a website. So it's all monitored, all traffic, all data, all requests that you do through the scan tool are all done through Chrysler's network, so they can monitor that. And it kind of just says it's reached out to all the tool companies that currently have an active scan tool license agreement with Chrysler. They've gone through. Snap-on recently announced it'll introduce a Snap-on secure vehicle gateway solution. So they named that here. And then when you look, it says each IMA tool manufacturer will provide the instructions to their customers on how to register the tools, which most of the time they have not so far. There's a $50 fee per shop for up to 5 employees. There's an additional $2 per charge for each additional employee to use AutoAuth registered tools. For an individual owner, not shops, the cost is $50 per year. Individual owners can register up to 5 other users. Beyond 5 users, an additional $2 a year per additional user is charged. Seems reasonable, honestly, at $50 a year, and I'm pretty sure it's up to 100 tools. It doesn't say here in the high-level overview, but I've been told twice now that it was up to 100 tools. So just close that out. There you go, guys. That's kind of our current non-workaround, our current actual process to get past the secure gateway module. Remember, guys, if you like the content, don't forget to head on over to l1training.com. Lots and lots of, about 70 hours of training now, everything from J2534, electrical diagnosis, network keys, and immobilizer stuff is what we're doing right now. And the J2534 stuff is constantly updated. When this video goes live, will probably be the same day that we do a Chrysler high-level overview and advanced class for programming, where we kind of go into editing files to use used computers that aren't designed for the engine or vehicle that you bought them for. So all kinds of crazy stuff. Go check it out, l1training.com. $20 a month, and you get access to all of the training. So thanks, guys. We'll see you next time.